Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms, guys. Today we're going to be going over my top fighters and unique categories. That's going to be AoE and single target, magic and physical damage. We're covering also the best utility fighter that I believe is in the game. If you want to check out some top heroes, stick around. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, what's up everybody? So I had this idea that I wanted to go through a bunch of the fighter heroes, or all these classes, the fighter, defender, marksman, and go down to the mage, down to the healer, down to the tactician, and cover a wide variety of each type of these style or classes of hero, right? So fighters, we have heroes that are really good at, I want to say, AoE magic damage, like Ezerith or Rosalia, or we have heroes that are really good with AoE physical damage like an Ardia or Neja, or I want to say Kagiri, along those lines. A bunch of other heroes. I want to cover all these, like who I really think is the definitive best in each little subcategory. So we're going for AoE physical damage, single target physical damage, AoE magic damage, AoE physical damage, and then also on the end what I think is the most utility friendly hero, and that means by who is the most useful fighter outside of just damage. When damage really isn't a situation, you're not looking for a lot of damage, but you want to bring this hero along because it's really good. Anyways, so we're gonna start off with the single target physical DPS top hero. Now, this one's gonna be a little controversial because I know that a lot of people are gonna guess exactly who I'm going to say, and there's gonna be actually two. I'm not going to give it to either one of them because I think they're both very good, and obviously I'm talking about Sun Wukong and then Kagiri. Now, Kagiri in general, from my experience using this hero a lot, and I've tested him a lot. When he first came out, I was the one pushing him so hard and just kind of realizing just how amazing this guy is. I always get like numbers just like way out of context. Now, when you talking about lower awakenings and stuff like that, Sun Wukong definitely takes the lead for a long time. So Sun Wukong up to the A4 I want to say the A4 Sun Wukong beats. It's really complicated. Hold on, just let me back this up here. Kagiri's awakened level 3 is going to be how far you're going to have to go with Kagiri to beat Sun Wukong up to his A4. When Sun Wukong hits that A5 though, Kagiri's A4 is beaten. The only way Kagiri gets better than the Sun Wukong A5 is going to be going to A5 himself, and good God does he do a lot of damage when he gets there. But that being said, Sun Wukong all the way up, unless you can awaken them both all the way to awaken level 5, but either way, I'm talking about the top quality, top notch levels of these heroes, not just is it awaken 0 level, awaken levels 1, awaken level 2, etc, etc. Because there is a good argument to be made that if your Kagiri is an A3 or higher, then your Sun Wukong at the lower awakenings is going to be more suitable for your account. And that's also going to be said that when they're both awakened all the way to level 5, the Kagiri is going to take the cake, single target. Okay. But I did want to call them both out. My favorite personally is going to be Kagiri, just because in the end game, the super end game, he's going to be the one pushing those massive numbers for you. All right, on to the next category. Now we're going to move on to the AoE physical damage attack fighters, and who's going to take the cake here. And we're sitting on Kagiri, and you're probably wondering if that's going to be him. No, it's going to be the one right next to him here, Neja. Neja is an actual amazing hero. It actually was voted the top hero as far as getting like a new skin coming up. So the skin choice event, or whatever we want to call it. All these different things going on in the kit, and the execution is amazing. In GVG, this hero is phenomenal. It's super annoying to go up to against a nice Neja, but a Neja awakened level 3 is where things really open up. And during the ultimate, every 4 attacks by the hero deals an extra 2 damage to up to 8 enemies within ultimate range, and inflicts a mark that lasts for 10 seconds on them. When the mark is active, direct damage dealt by that hero inflicts an extra 10% true damage, ignoring defense. Each enemy can only be marked one time per battle. It's insane how good this is. Neja is amazing. I wish I had some higher awakenings on mine, but I don't. That's all I can really say about Neja. The execution is awesome. The utility is awesome. Everything about Neja is just great. But I'm gonna bring something else up here. If we move back to our boy Kagiri, this is one of the arguments where I always say Kagiri was better than Sun Wukong, and that's the AoE capabilities of the hero. You can keep arguing back and forth about utility and stuff like that, but then you got Kagiri bringing in the bleeds, which is also increasing all physical damage to whatever enemy he's hitting. He's also bringing in that AoE damage. He has the dispels, so you can bring in like the stuns or whatever. I just want to argue about Kagiri and Sun Wukong the whole time. But anyways, Kagiri's AoE damage is actually phenomenal. It can be a little hard to get off in certain situations because he has to counter attack in order to make that happen, and that's why I give the top spot to our boy Neja. Now we're gonna move on to our single target magic DPS hero. So single target magic attack here, and this was a tough one. And it's because I wanted to talk about like Xena, and Xena is like a massive damage dealer as far as single target goes. But the utility for the hero in the map is a little less than some of the other heroes. And then we have heroes like Lord Phineas, where at Awaken level 3, his damage in the Infernal Blast Squad is insane. This dude's got like, what is it? 7.6k attack at the base. It's a massive amount of attack. And that big hit that he does when he goes in there and starts his ultimate, I want to say it's called Upon activation, deals 800% burst damage from the Devil's Den, right? When he just first starts, it's just like a boom, like a punch in the face. But anyways, yeah, he is really, really cool. And yeah, that's gonna be, there's not a lot of options besides that. So we have it between Lord Phineas, Xena, and our girl Numera. And honestly, I'm gonna give it to Numera. I think that Numera's damage is top notch and a lot of boss content. I think that you as a player will get more use out of Numera. The reason I was hesitant about going with Numera is because Numera requires other poison heroes to be with her in order to really maximize that damage. So it does help to have a Nastia because the increase in poisons. So if we head over to Nastia really quick, just give me one moment here. All right, so Nastia. So Nastia's gonna put this acute poisoning up, right? Inflicts 40% acute poison, increases all poison and toxic surge damage taken by 40%. This is just paired with Numera, right? 40% increase in damage for Numera, and then she's putting out the poisons. Yeah, so this is pretty much just built for that. Poison immunity. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with these two heroes. Magic res reduction. So the combination between the two is what's really lethal. It's not just the fact that it is Numera. Numera is going to be breaking a lot of record numbers on boss content. So if we go back over the guild here and we head into, let's say, we can go to Matrix here. You're going to see that Numera, or Apocalypse 2, I'm sorry. You're going to see that Numera is in a lot of these top tier teams. And she's just busting like crazy numbers, like 718 million out of this team here, and then we have 911 million. I've seen billions out of these guys, billions coming out of Numera. And if you go back to, let's say, Guild Boss, and we head into Abyss here, it's gonna be the same situation, right? We're going to, I mean, my team here, it's 167 million coming out of my Numera, above my Sun Wukong, and mine's A3, right? Mine is A3, and mine is not paired with an A2 or A3 Nastia, an A3 for A5 WoR, or anything like that. And with this team able to just pop 90k. So that is a big part to do with being able to bring in a Numera and just bust those shields on the magic phases all by herself pretty much, with just a little bit of extra utility from Vorn and our girl Nastia. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of stuff like that, but those numbers aren't even that high. So 252, see, again, right under Kagiri. And let's see, we got another one right under Kagiri, on above both with all these other guys, Sun Wukong, 252 million. So I'm just saying, like, Numera is amazing. She belongs in that position. She owns it. All right, so we'll just give that to her. And now we're gonna move on to the AoE magic attack. This one is a new hero. And now keep in mind, we're not talking, normally this would go to like a Valara, but Valara's a tactician, so Valara cannot own this position. We have plenty of good options though. We have Ares here, which is a great option. He's really good for your dungeon, but he's much more niche. And then we have heroes like Cerberus, who's just pretty unique on how he works, which is actually, he's a really cool hero. And then we have Ymeric, which is actually another good hero. This is going to be one of those unnamed faction heroes, can be in any faction bonuses that you choose. And then we have heroes like Ezerith. And Ezerith is a fairly new lord, and this lord has been slowly but surely changing a lot of content in the game that you are trying to beat, like record numbers and stuff like that. He's been showing up everywhere, and especially in Matrix. But we also have ourselves Valkyra. Look at all these heroes we have. So there's a lot of good options. Valkyra, A5. Oh man, this is a great hero as well. So this is going to be another one of those heroes really good for your dungeon. Really good for the faction trials. Just an awesome overall hero. Could use a little buff at this point in time. So obviously this is not going to be our number one. Our number one is going to be the brand new Rosalia. Rosalia coming in, breaking record numbers. So Rosalia has been just busting it out. And just because of her, without even trying too hard, I ended up basically clearing the next stage of Gear Raid 1. So that was going to be Gear Raid 123 for me. Need to work out some kinks to get 24 done, but that stage is ridiculous. But yeah, at the awakening levels here, when you get to awakening level 5, reduces redeployment time by 50%. Each deployment increases the hero's damage by 5% up to 15% permanently. So you get a fixed 15% boost and a couple different redeployments. So yeah, it's just insane what we're looking at with Rosalia. Rosalia is changing the game. The amount of knockback that she's bringing, the amount of just pure raw damage that she's bringing is just phenomenal. I can't even begin to like explain this too much, but there's a lot of content right now that's going to be Rosalia. Now I can head back over to the guild and see if anybody has done any of their Matrix runs globally, which I'm sure that they have, and they probably are running Rosalia. You're going to see some really big numbers here. 1.2 billion coming out of an A0 Rosalia right there. And let's see, do we have a Rosalia right here? 1.22 billion damage. This is insane. And these are A1s, A0s, A2s. Once you get this hero up to like A5, the damage, like 1.4 billion damage. Goodness, I don't really expect that coming out of there. Let's see here. 1.23 billion. So we're in the billions. So my testing on Matrix on the test server with the A5 was 2 billion plus. So that's just to say just how much raw damage it is, comparing with Ingrid in a lot of those fights. And then also at the same time, a lot of really cool utility and range. So the range on Rosalia is like 5 tiles. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles forward. And there's knockback and all of that. You're pushing the enemies in Gear Raid 1 all the way back behind the boss. So just keep that in mind. Very, very cool hero. Very amazing. I love Rosalia. And I'm so happy that I pulled Rosalia and even Pierre too. They're both really good. All right, so on to the best utility hero for the fighters. And this one's going to be a really quick one because most of you are going to know her right away. And that is just going to go straight to Volca. Volca has healing as just a general thing. She's on the field, she attacks something, she heals her enemies and or allies in range. She has the damage reduction. She also has the redeployment reduction for allies. So you get that A1 Volca unlocked and allies redeployment time is reduced by 25%. This is very useful in a lot of content. And the hero is free on top of everything. And we're also bringing in these physical and magic damage vulnerabilities. So when it comes to like mid-game, late-game kind of bosses, you're able to just put this hero down and just straight up increase the damage you're doing to anything. So it works in like Apocalypse 2, Apocalypse 1, Nightmare 4, Nightmare 3, whatever boss you're going up against, to be honest with you. You could probably even throw it onto Abyss for a while and get away with it. But yes, and there's also that random healing that she's bringing as well. So your team's going to be a little bit stronger, and then that damage reduction, which is a maxed out minus 30% damage reduction on whatever you're going up against. Very cool. All right, but anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out prospector.gg. Doing a lot of work over there. I have something to be revealing pretty soon for you guys. And we're going to be going up with the next video after this. It's going to be Defenders. So be sure that you like and subscribe and turn those notification bells on to make sure that you get the notification when that next video releases. But anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.